more. Focus goes, energy flows, says one of my favorite teachers, Tony Robbins. Think of the I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can do it. I can. I'm capable. I'm able. Don't think, oh, I can't. I just can't do it. Yes, you can. This is a flexibility and mobility class, and it's a strengthening class. It all works together to make you the best you can be. To be the best you can be, you got to move. You got to move. And you may not be where you want to be yet, but you're going to get closer. You're closer than you were yesterday after you do this practice. So you're going to be even closer in the next hour if you stick around for the whole hour of this vinyasa flow practice. Even if you just stick around for 10 minutes, you're going to get some benefits out of it, some truly good benefits, so you can be stronger, more mobile, and more flexible. Hi. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. That's the best part. You're doing it at home. You're doing it at your place. You're doing it at your pace. Whatever you do at the bottom of the screen says. Don't hurt your body. If something hurts, it's not meant for you. Know your limits. If it's painful, back out of it. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage. Try a little bit, but don't push your limits. Know what is right. Know what you're capable of today, but just keep coming back. Keep trying, and you will be able to do more and more with each practice, because you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Every day our practices are different. Every day is different in your body. Honor your body. Come back to our yoga every day. Like I said, it's different. You're going to learn something different. You're going to do something different, and it all fits together to make you be the best you can be. All right, so here's what you want to do. Listen. Here's the word. Listen. 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 It means to pay attention. To pay attention to your body. Use your breath. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out throughout the whole practice, and just listen to your body. Observe your body. Pay attention to it. You're going to use some props to make the practice more doable. Okay, I'm going to start with the water. You're going to have some water because you're going to want to wet your whistle because you're going to sweat a little bit. A little hand towel, a little eye shade for final Shavasana. The towel can be used for so many things, to slip under your knees, like when we do our lunge today, a different variation of it. And at other times too, maybe during your half pigeon pose, you want to put a towel under your knees for extra padding. Find the props that work for you and make the practice work for you. It's not the other way around. You don't want to strive to do a pose. You want to feel, move, and feel good in your one and only body. All right, 2 yoga blocks. Love to have those. We use those all the time. Buy them if you don't have them. And a strap. Maybe you want to use a strap today, especially in your boat pose, maybe in your bow pose, maybe in your dancer pose. Oh my gosh, there's so many good poses in this practice. Okay, here's the deal. First thing we're going to do, maybe have a chair nearby too. That's a good prop for balance. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to lock in a stress number as we come on up to standing. We're going to come on up to standing. We're going to come alive in the practice. So as we come on up to standing, let's lock in a stress number. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, let's come on up. All right. Lock in a stress number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you now? What are you feeling in your body? We're going to work on bringing that stress number down. Or maybe that stress number is the stiffness that you're feeling in your body. I don't know. You know what you're feeling. Give it a number, give it a title, give it a whatever, and we're going to work on bringing that number down. Let's start with our warm-up. All right, hands to your hips. Elbows back and down. Chest nice and lifted. Feet a little wider than hip width distance, whatever feels foundationally strong for you. Maybe the chair is nearby, maybe you've got a counter nearby, it's all good. Practice by lifting up your heels. Lift them up a little bit or a lot. Get the blood flowing. All right, these are just gentle movements. No rush, no hurry. All right, you're doing the first pose, right? You're doing the first pose and you got it. You got it down pat. Focus on what you can do. Don't focus on what you can't do. Little lifts. Keep your heels behind your toes. Breathe in, breathe out. In through the nose, sighing breaths out through the mouth. Wake up your calves. You're starting to feel them yet? Oh, they're talking to you, aren't they? All right, lift and lower. Oh, lift and lower. Gentle, little, easy movements. Strengthening your foundation. That's where it all starts. Maybe lift on up and hold it here. You're standing on the balls of your feet. Try it. See what you think. Maybe the chair is a great addition to your practice. Come on down onto the heels. Lift your toes up. Give them a gentle wiggle. Plant your feet nice and solid. Maybe bring your feet in a little bit more. Whatever feels right for you. All right, lift your arms up high to the sky. This is your extended mountain pose. Breathe, lengthen up through your fingertips. Soften in your shoulders. Spiral your pinkies in a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up to the sky. A little bend in your elbows might feel good. Bring those hands up over your head. Ooh, feel it in your shoulders. And then start to move a little bit from side to side. So you're waking up your spine by moving it laterally, side to side. Breathe. Breathe. Maybe you'll take the bend a little deeper or maybe not. You're moving. However you're moving is good, as long as it doesn't hurt. All right, come on back up. Arms go up. Come back to that extended mountain. Soften in your shoulders. Take your hands now. Bring them down. Place them behind your low back. Fingers can be pointing down as you push into your low back, sending your belly forward. Or take your hands and flip them so your fingers are going up. Ooh, that's more intense. Breathe. Look up to the ceiling. Look up, look back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe you take it this back bend as far as feels good for you. Exhale. Whew, fold forward. Let your hands hang toward the earth. Put a little bend in your knees. Look back at your knees or up towards your belly button. Breathe in. Breathe out. Decompress your spine. Try the bend in the knees. See how it feels. Send your tailbone up to the sky. Knees are still bent, maybe. Shake your neck, left and right. Loosen it up. Hands can be toward the ground, on the ground, or not on the ground at all. Just think about focusing on the spine. Wiggle your bottom. Whew. Breathe. Loosen it up. Take the wiggle into the shoulders. Breathe. Inhale, roll your spine up one vertebra at a time, chin off of your chest last. As you come up to standing, let's do some arm circles. Tee out your arms and do some circles. Draw some circles on the side of the room. Maybe take the arm circles nice and big. Or not. Maybe little circles or what are speaking to your body today. Because remember, you're listening to your body. All right. You know what's next. The knees. Add them in. Bend. When the hands come down, the knees bend. When the arms come up, the knees straighten. Get some movement going in the knees. Get the blood flowing to the knees. You're not going to work if you don't lubricate the knees. Synovial fluid in the knees. Get it moving as your arms circle in the other direction. Breathe. Breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Let it go. Come on up to a standing position. Shoulders back and down, arms down by your sides, big coat swing. Start to sway from side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Your arms are loose. They are moving. They are tapping your hip, tapping your backside. Look more over the shoulder. Look more over the shoulder. We're deep in that twist. Challenge your balance. Close your eyes if you want. Breathe. Nice twist. Whole torso's moving to the other side. But your arms are loose. Don't forget. Keep them loose. All right. Hands down by your sides. Hands on your hips now. Hula hoop. Think of doing a hula hoop. Move your hips. Circle them in one direction. Circle them in the other direction. Just get moving. That's what the warm-up's all about. And maybe that's all you can squeeze in today, and that's okay. All right. Come on back to a standing position, ragdoll pose. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Fold forward at the hips. Toe heel your feet, hip width distance apart. Hands are reaching toward opposite elbows. Look back to your knees. Look up toward your belly button. Little softness in your knees feels good. Decompress your low back. Do you feel it? Maybe toe heel your feet a little further apart. Let your belly come between your thighs. Start to sway one elbow to one side, then the other. Ragdoll pose. Whew. Breathe. As you're ready. How do you like it? If you want to stay in ragdoll and do it a little bit longer, go for it. It's your practice. You do what feels good for you. Jump in to the practice wherever is right. Move however is right for you, because we're all different. And we need to celebrate those differences. All right, let's finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. It's time for your child's pose. Hands down to your knees. Hands down to your knees. Hands down to your mat. Knees down to your mat. All right, classic child's pose as your knees are together and your hips are back towards your heels. Head comes down to your mat or to a block. Arms down by your sides. Lengthen through the fingertips. Nice, concise, tight little ball here in your child's pose. Find a long spine here. You don't have to use the block. You can bring your forehead down to the ground. If you like, An option is your wide-legged child's pose. Knees spread good and wide, big toes touch, hips go back towards your heels. They don't have to touch your heels, but maybe they do. Reach your arms long to the top of the mat. Sink your head down to your block again or to your mat. So I'm getting into the shoulders here. I'm reaching my fingers long to the top of the mat in this extended child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Spine is long, tailbone. Send it further to the back of the room. Crown of your head, lengthen it longer to the top of your room. Maybe bring your nose to your mat. Turn your head left to right. Massage your forehead into the mat. Now when you're ready, if you'd like, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. Still your head at the midline of your body. If you're doing the Ujjayi Pranayama breath, all that is breathing in and out of the nose only. It lets you build heat in your body. It lets you focus on you, which is great to do in this hour. Nothing else matters. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Just focus here and now. In this extended child's pose, one of the nice things I'm going to do is I'm going to push my hands into my mat a little bit more. I feel my bottom go back toward my heels more. I feel as if my tailbone's really lengthening. Breathe in, breathe out. Your child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like. Here's another little possible refinement you might like to do. If you're in the extended child's pose, work your forearms down to the mat. Ooh, you feel like you're stretching the insides of your armpits. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come back to this pose anytime you want, or maybe stay here a little bit longer. You decide. All right, I'm going to slip my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to send my hips high. I'm going to come into a downward facing dog. All right, I'm looking back at my feet. I'm going to send my feet hip width distance apart. Now I'm going to look at my hands. My hands are shoulder width distance apart. My fingers are spread wide, and I'm going to push a little more oomph into my thumb and my pointer finger. I'm going to send my tailbone high up to the sky. I'm going to look back to my knees and shake my neck. Whew. There is your downward facing dog. Heels are slightly lifted. Start to pedal them out. Pedal one closer to the earth than the other. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Come to an extended mountain pose. Lengthen up through your fingers. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's do a sun salutation A. It's comprised of several parts. You can do this standing up against a wall. You can modify it any way you want. Just move, kind of, sort of, something like this. Breathe as long as it doesn't hurt. Extend through the fingertips as you inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Squeeze your shoulders towards your spine, lengthen through the crown of your head and that tailbone. Let your back be flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat and come into a high plank. You can always take it down to your knees. Modify, modify, modify. That's where the magic is. I'm going to take a high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana is this pose. It's comprised of 4 parts. It's a high plank. Maybe take it on your knees to a low plank. Bend your elbows and hover above the earth. Flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Straighten your arms and send your chest forward for an upward facing dog. Again, maybe you're down on your knees. Chest is forward, breathe. Tuck your back feet under. Send your hips high. Come back to that downward facing dog pose. If you're on your knees, maybe you come back to a wide-legged child's pose. Breathe, pedal it out. Let's flow through this a few times to get the rhythm down. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center. Fold forward in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Your back is long and straight like a tabletop. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Step it back. High plank maybe to a low plank. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Whew, pedal it out. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Add in a baby back bend here. Reach, look up to the sky. Fingertips back up to the sky. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana the way you like. We'll meet back in a down dog. Maybe you go right there right now. High plank, low plank. Press the earth away, up dog. Exhale, we'll meet in down dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Still your feet. Finish. Feet walk to hands. Hands walk to feet. You decide what you want to do. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Do you like to slip in that back bend? Try it. Inhale, arms go back up. Chair pose, Utkatasana to begin our sun salutation B. Bend your knees, arms reach. Sink low in your bottom. Arms reach long. Sink low and reach. Sink the weight back into your heels. Maybe give your toes a wiggle. Wiggle your fingers too for fun. Reach, lengthen. Your yoga should be fun. Work in the fun. You're moving and it's all good. Hands to prayer center. Straighten your legs. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. Exhale. Plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Remember that? Getting to know that well now, right? We'll meet back in down dog if that's where you want to go. If you're seated in a chair, totally fine. You can do this pose, your warrior two pose, quite comfortably. I'm going to go from high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone high to the sky. Here's the warrior part. Kick your right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge, bringing the foot between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up, spiral the back foot down, bend into the right knee. You could be seated on a chair, it's all good. Arms tee out, bend the right knee, having the right knee over the right ankle. Work the right thigh more parallel by wiggling your right toes to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen up, squeeze with your thighs, as if you're energetically trying to create like a bubble in the center of the mat. Really energize your inner thighs. Palms face down, lengthen up. Exhale, look to the right, then reach to the right. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Look up to your left hand. Reach your right fingers down. Find length and distance from fingers to fingers. Breathe. Inhale, right arm up, left arm down. Breathe. Look up to your right hand. There's your reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Surround the right front foot. Foot comes back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We have another side to do. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Inhale, rise up. Arms tee out. Shoulders over your hips. Sink low into the knee. Inhale, lengthen up, squeeze the mat together. Inhale, lengthen up, look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock 6 and 12, space between the fingers. Reverse warrior, inhale, right arm down, left arm up. Breathe. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Left foot back to meet right. Come back to your down dog or high plank, maybe on your knees. To low plank, maybe on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, maybe on your knees. Exhale, down dog. Maybe spread your knees, think wide leg child's pose. Breathe. Come back to your down dog. Breathe, pedal it out. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, bend your knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach. Exhale, hands through prayer center, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Take your Chaturanga your way. I've shown you both ways, on your knees, or maybe skip it and go back to down dog. High plank. Low plank as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up, feet plant. Whew. Right toes shine forward. Bend in the knee, arms tee out. Lengthen up, squeeze the mat. Turn your head, exhale, reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Inhale, right arm high, left arm low. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Time for Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank to low plank. Push the earth away, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up. Plant the feet. Tee out the arms. Sink on down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lengthen up. Squeeze the mat. Exhale, turn your head. Reach to the left. Tick-tock. 6 and 12. Reach. Reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm high. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out. Breathe. Shake your neck. Finish. Hover your knees above the mat. Breathe. We're going to be hovering the knees a little bit. More. Hold them here. Breathe. Finish. Come down to your knees. All right. How are you doing? How are we doing time-wise? Everybody good? Life is good. Grab a drink. That is your Sun A and your Sun B. Don't make it too tough. You modify it to make it work for you. Timer. And when you're ready, let's do our little core poses. All right, so for your core, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups to begin. Maybe have your strap nearby if you want to use that for boat. Soles of your feet touch, knees open wide. Hike your heels up closer to your groin. What's going on? How does that feel? Open up those inner thighs. Hands to prayer center. Did you create a mantra for today's practice? Where the focus goes, energy flows. Maybe you're thinking, I am positive, I am capable, I am able. Yes, I am. Maybe all of those good things. Lengthen up, hands at prayer center. Exhale, slowly recline. Bring it on back. You got it. Bring it all the way back to fully reclined. Once you're down, adjust your feet. So your heels, or maybe closer to your groin, maybe farther away, whatever gives you the nice stretch that you like. Fingertips lightly to your temples. Elbows open wide. Oh, maybe here you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth to let some heat go. All right, let's send the chin up to the sky as we exhale. Elbows and arms, elbows and knees open wide. Inhale down, lift and lower, lift and lower. Maybe the shoulder blades come up. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little less intense. That's all right. Keep your elbows and knees open. Do what you can with what you got. That's what matters. But just keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep doing so you can do more. So you will be stronger, have better balance, be more flexible, be more mobile. It's all good. All right, those are your Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. How are you feeling? Let's come down. Whew. Elbows open wide. Let's rest here. Life is good. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. It's time for bicycle. Bring your knees together at the midline. Maybe you keep the soles of your feet on your mat. That's totally fine. Maybe you peel your shoulders up. One elbow reaches toward opposite knee. Then the other elbow reaches towards the opposite knee. So little teeny twists in the waist. Shoulders peeled up. Maybe that's for you today. Maybe this is for you today. Maybe shoulders are down, knees are over your hips, toes drawn towards your shins, and you ride a recumbent bike driving through your heels. Maybe that's right for you today. See, there's lots of ways to do it. You just gotta do, right? All right, let's peel the shoulders up. Maybe opposite elbow toward opposite knee as you drive through the heels on this bicycle. One more way. You know this one. Come on, Tammy. You know this so well. Straighten your legs. Scissor kick them. Are you doing it, Liz? Are you doing it, Betty? Are you doing it, Stan? Jim, Mary, Margarita, I'm glad you guys are here. Finish. Let's send our legs long on the mat. Whew. Reach the arms high overhead. Stick pose. Reach to the fingers. Reach to the toes. Stretch it out. You've got it as we prepare for boat. All right, I say this a lot because it's important. You know, you should ask your doctor if you can do yoga, if you can do anything. You need to check it out with your doctor. Osteoporosis, osteopenia, not good to rock on your spine. Check with your doctor. You decide, you know what's best for you. I'm gonna rock on my spine. I'm gonna take my hands behind my knees, low here, and I'm gonna rock back and forth on my spine. If you're doing that, be mindful. How does it feel? Your spine is so strong. Keep it strong. Rock back and forth with control. Have some fun with it. If it's not fun, it's not fun. Rock, rock, rock. You got it. All right, now come on up to seated. Find your strap if you want to use the strap for your boat pose. If you want to use the strap, place the center of it under your feet, send your legs long, and hold onto the strap like reins of a horse. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to place my hands behind my knees. I'm going to sit back. We're all going to sit back as if you're in a recliner. No rounded shoulders. Lift your chest. Toes pointing toward the front of the room. Breathe here, hold here. You got your hands behind your thighs. Find your balance. Maybe you're using the strap. It's all good. Maybe you remove your hands. That's a hard step. Reach. Reach the fingers toward the front of the room. Hold it here. A little bit of the bend in the knees might feel good. A little bit of the bend in the knees. All right, maybe reach your fingers up to where the ceiling and the wall meets, or maybe high overhead. Hold it here. Lengthen up. You got it. You're strong. Put a smile on your face. Hands to prayer center. Row your boat. Maybe bend your knees. Row, row, row your boat. One elbow touches toward the earth, then the other elbow touches toward the other earth. Breathe, breathe, breathe. This is your boat pose. Rowing it. All right, finish. Bring your feet down. Hug your heels in. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Little bit of a balancing pose. Lengthen up. Exhale. Tuck your chin to your chest. Forehead towards your knees. Maybe push the weight up into your toes and find a little bit of balance here. Breathe in, breathe out, hollow out your belly so you can take this ball even tighter. Circle your knees or circle your ankles. One direction then the other. Maybe pedal them out like a little duck. And then finish. Feet come down. All right, crisscross at the ankles. Hands come down. Press on back to a downward facing dog. Remember that one? Woo, decompress your spine. Tailbone lifted. Push into the earth. Pedal it out. It's all good, right? All right, still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. All right, you're folded in half. Bring your feet to a comfortable distance apart. Maybe that's one fist, two fists. Just don't have them too terribly close. You don't want them touching quite yet. All right, you're folding forward. Little bend in your knees. Hands to your calves, fold in half. Breathe in, hollow out. All right, hands to prayer center. Bend your knees, roll on up. Come on up as if you're in chair pose. Hold here, hands at prayer center. We're going to do a prayer twist. All right, your knees, be mindful of them. Maybe I'm gonna bring my feet in a little bit more, but my feet aren't touching. My knees are under my hips. My knees are over my ankles. Sit back and hold here. Hands are at prayer center, the prayer twist. This is great for you golfers. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Whoo, swing it around. All right, as I do that, my left knee pops forward. I bet yours does too. All right, bring it back so the knees are right next to each other. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked. You're looking down at your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Don't forget, as you inhale, your spine is long. As you exhale, that's creating space so you can twist. Now your hands, your palms are together. Open them up. Left fingers toward the earth, right finger toward the sky. Breathe, look up towards your right fingers. I just kind of catch it in my peripheral vision, but try to look up even more. Twist, finish, slowly. Hands back to prayer center. Readjust here, reevaluate, recalibrate. Big breath in, big breath out. Sink your weight back a little bit more. Your feet are strong. Inhale, lengthen. On this exhale, twist it to the other side. Left elbow outside of the, or right elbow outside of the left knee. Where's that right knee? Pull it back. Twist to the left. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Sink lower in your seat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Open up the hands. Left arm goes up, right arm goes down. Twist. Big golfer pose. Breathe. Look up to the left hand. Breathe, stretch. Finish, bring the palms back, then slowly come back to prayer center. All right, there is your prayer twist. Straighten your legs. A little bit of space between your feet. We're going to do gorilla pose. Hands, your palms. Palms are going to touch the soles of your feet. You're going to take your hands, palms up, and place them under your feet from the top. So the tops of your toes are touching your wrist. This will prove to you if you wear rings. You don't want to wear rings when you do your yoga. All right, so you're stepping on your hands. Your gaze is back towards your knees. Put a little bend in your knees, and then put a big bend in your elbows. Elbows going to the sides of the room. Imagine your belly coming between your thighs as your gaze goes between your knees up toward the back of your room. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the elbows to the side. Breathe, gorilla pose. All right, let's come out of it. Bring your hands out from underneath your feet. Kind of move your hands around a little bit. Woo, breathe. All right, that's your gorilla pose. You're still folded over. Let's find our blocks. We're going to do crow. All right, bring your blocks to a stable height. Bring them horizontally on your mat with about, 18 inches between. Come on up a little bit, and then stand on your back block. Stand on your back block. Maybe that's enough for today. I'm going to bend my knees and come on down, standing on this block. Sending the knees wide to the sides of the mat. Now you don't have to stand on the block. Makes it a little easier, and I need to do it. I can't do it the other way. All right, so I'm kneeling, or I'm squatting down on this block. Maybe this is right where you stay. Practice opening up your knees wide. The other block is about torso distance apart. We're going to aim to place our forehead or the top of our head on this block. Hands come down, so they are your new foundation. Have your hands nice and flat on your mat. So that's going to be your foundation because you're going to lift your feet up. Maybe. All right. Hands are flat. Bring your knees behind your triceps and squeeze your knees into your triceps. You know, sometimes when we do tree, we say push your foot into your knee and your knee into your foot, or your foot into your thigh and your thigh into your foot. Same thing here. Press your thighs into your triceps and send your triceps into your thighs. Hinge forward here. You've got a stable surface here. Place your head down on the block in front of you, or no block at all, and then you'll see that the weight kind of comes out of your toes. Maybe lift one foot up and or the other, or both. Hold it here. You know, maybe eventually you work to doing this without your blocks. It takes great concentration, but you can do it. Now if you fall out, no big deal, get right back in. Hold it here, you can do it. And then we're gonna finish. Come on down, feet come down, there's your crow pose. A little bit of an inversion. I hope it was kind of fun for you. All right, come on, tabletop position. We're gonna do some donkey kicks, and we're gonna do them quick. From a tabletop position, lift your right leg up. Draw your heel towards your bottom. Lift, lift, lift. Lift that foot up, up, up to the sky. Pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. Right knee comes down, left leg, do the same thing here. Pulse it. Draw the left toes toward the shin. Pulse the leg up, up, up. Strengthen your low back. Breathe. Left knee meets right. Right knee goes back into it. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe, breathe. Come on. You got it. Lift, put the right knee next to the left. Left leg's turn. Keep at it. Finding mobility in your hips. Knees meet on the ground. Right knee goes back up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Right knee meets left. Left knee goes back up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. One more time. Right knee lifts. Pulse up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Right knee down. Left knee up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You got it. Mobility in the hips. You've got it. Knee meets knee. Come on up to standing on your knees. Hands to your low back. Open up through your chest. Take a gentle little baby back bend. Chest lifts to the sky. Let's finish. Shoulders over hips. Let's do a lunge, and you're going to see why we did donkey kick. Bring your right knee forward. knee over ankle. Tuck your back, left toes under, and stay right here. Maybe lift your arms up, and then maybe come on up to a low lunge with the back knee slightly lifted. Hold it here. Arms can be lifted or arms can be on your hips. Bring the back knee down and then lift. Touch down and come back up. Lift and lower. Arms can be lifted or on your hips. Touch the knee down and lift it back up. Breathe, breathe. Push hard into your right foot too. Breathe and then finish. Come on down, knee meets knee. Take a breath in, hands to your low back, elbows squeeze. Take your little back bend. Shoulders over hips. Hands maybe still on your hips. Left knee forward, left foot forward, knee over ankle. Tuck your right toes under. Maybe you stay right here and start with your back bends. Maybe you pop on up from that back knee and just hover it above the earth. Hold it here, arms lifted or on your hips. Start to touch down with that right knee. Breathe. How do you like it? Breathe. Maybe not like is a good word. Breathe. How's it going for you? Touch it down, lift it up. And then let's finish. Come on down. How was that? Place your knees together. Let's come into a side plank. So come onto your right hip. Come onto your right hip. Maybe take a forearm plank. To do this, forearm can be parallel to the earth. Legs can be bent or long. And then let's press on up. Press on up. Knees are long or bent. Elbow is underneath the shoulder. Lift. Hold on to your hip. Maybe add in the arm, sending it high to the sky. Breathe. Look up to your left fingers. Maybe take this arm and reach it forward. Breathe. Hold it here. Take a little touch down, then come back up. Breathe. Chin away from the chest. Breathe. Find length. Take a little touch down. Come on back up. Push it up. Breathe. You're strong. Let's finish. Come on down. You know where we're going. Other side. Come on over to your left hip. Same thing, forearm, parallel. Knees can be bent or straight. Hand can be a kickstand. Right hand can be a kickstand. Press on up and hold. Maybe add in the arm, lift up. Keep your hips good and lifted. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Press into the earth. Wide spread fingers, the left hand. Maybe arm reaches to the top. Hold it, hold it. Touch down, take a break, press back up, hold it, hold it. We touch down in our lunge. Do the same thing here. Touch down and get back in the game. Reach, reach, look up to your hand if it's there, if it's reaching to the sky, and then finish. Come on down, nice job. Let's do a forward fold. Legs long, toes lifted, fingers reach, exhale forward. Reach forward, reach for your toes, your ankles, your calves, whatever you can reach. Tuck your elbows in, fold in half. Inhale, come on up, shoulders over hips. I'm gonna grab a drink and we're gonna do some standing. Some balancing, we all need it. All right, come up by coming into a neutral tabletop. Tuck the toes, take it to a down dog. Hips go high, stretch it out. Pedal it out, shake your neck, push the earth away, walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. A little bit of an inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back and down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's do tree, hands to prayer center. All right, here's what you do for your tree pose. Whew, maybe you got a chair nearby. Hands to prayer center, repeat your little mantra. Maybe I am good enough as I am. That could be your mantra. Press the left knee open. Bring the sole of the left foot into the right standing foundational leg. Push the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Take it maybe higher if you like. Just don't put the foot on the knee. Breathe. Hands can be on your hips to a chair or raise your hands up. Sway your branches. You've got it. There's your tree pose. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Right foot meets left. Do it on the other side. Doesn't have to be a big pose. You're just opening up the hips. We really opened them up earlier in our poses. Maybe you're feeling good today in your tree and you want to balance on the one foot. So now your right knee is open to the side of the room. Your left leg is your foundation. Balance. Take the foot to wherever speaks to you. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your branches. You've got it. How do your hips feel? Feeling good. Find your balance. Move your arms. Focus. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front. Left foot meets right. Your yoga should be fun. You should be having a good time. It's all about movement. Movement here on your mat so you can move most excellently off of your mat. Eagle time. Garandasana. Bend your knees. Hold your chair if you want. Bend your knees and stay right here. Strengthen your quads. That's good. Stay right here. I'm going to add in my arms. How do you want to add in your arms? Maybe hands to opposite shoulders. Hands to prayer center. Always a good place to be. Maybe your arms reach long. Hold on. Sit here. I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left. Palms are touching. Elbows are squeezed down. I'm looking over my fingertips. Take the weight out of your right leg. Maybe lift it up. Cross it over. You can be seated in a chair doing this. You can do just the arms or just the legs. I'm going to hook the back of my right foot, the top of my right foot, behind my left calf. I'm going to squeeze my elbows down and hold. This is Eagle Pose, Garandasana. I'm going to bring the right foot down to meet the left. I'm going to stretch it all out in an extended mountain, and I'm going to add in a baby back bend. Whew. Fingers back up to the sky. Let's do it all again on the other side. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Reach through the arms, or take that little arm variation that you like. Sink low. How low can you go? Sink. Stay here. Hold a chair. It's all good. Breathe. This time I'm going to root into my right foot. I'm going to take my arms. I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch, elbows down. Gaze over the fingertips. Right foot is my foundation. Left leg lifts. I'm going to cross it. I'm going to hook the top of the left calf behind my top of the left foot behind my right calf. Sink low and squeeze. Squeeze all that you got. Breathe. Finish. Foot meets foot on the mat. Arms unfurl, the fingers go up. Little back bend. Come on back up to standing. Let's do dancer. All right, this is a big one. Dancer pose. Maybe use a strap to capture your back foot. I'm going to start by coming in to Tadasana, extended mountain. Lift your arms up, root into your feet, you're strong. Right arm, remember those arm circles we did in the warm-up? Start to circle the right arm to the back of the room. But don't compromise the left arm. Keep it long and straight and reaching toward the top. I'm going to put the weight into my left foot. Take my right hand. Capture the inside of my right foot. My knees have really come apart, so I'm going to bring them back together. I'm going to lengthen up right here and stay right here. Nothing wrong with that. Reach. Maybe you kick into your back hand. As you kick into your back hand really hard, reach your left arm forward as a counterbalance. Little softness in the standing left knee. Kick, kick, kick. Lift, lift, lift. Reach, reach, reach. Find your perfect balance. Right foot meets left. Arms sweep up. You got it. You got another opportunity. Reach to the fingers. Left arm sweeps back. Reach, reach. Right fingers even higher up to the heavens. Root into the right foot. Weight out of the left foot. Reach around, capture the foot. You could use your strap if you want. Put your knees together. Lengthen up through your fingertips. Hold it right here. Start to kick into your back hand. You know, maybe you've got a chair here and you're going to hold on to it for balance. It's all good. Maybe your fingers are reaching far forward. Breathe. Kick into your back hand. Gaze forward. Hold it. Dancer pose. Finish. Left foot meets right. Arms sweep back up. Extended mountain. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Hands to prayer center. Humble warrior. All right. Tree, eagle, dancer. Those are all hard, big balancing poses. Let's add in another one. What I'd like you to try, because you can live your yoga off of your mat, is try to do this when you put on shoes, when you put on socks. Why not? Come on now. You got to give it the old try, right? All right, hands together at prayer center. Big breath in. As you exhale, sink down. Sink down and put a bend in your bottom, bend in your knees as you come into a chair pose. Lift your right leg up. Bring the right leg up and create a figure four in your legs. Now, you can hold on to a chair. Nothing wrong with that. You could be seated in your chair. All right, so this right leg is nice and bent. Figure 4, weight is in the left foot, hands to prayer center. So here you go. You could reach down to the ground, try to do that. Reach down to the ground, imagine you're picking up your socks or your shoe, and then try to put it on your foot. Hold on here, you can do it. Why not have fun in your day, right? All right, hands to prayer center. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Send your interlaced fingers up the back wall. Send your gaze to your left toes, your left knee. Breathe. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Come out of this pose with control. Right foot meets left. Stay low in your knees. You got it. Breathe in. Oh, breathe out. Settle into your strong feet. You got 2 of them on the ground. Hold it here. Now put the weight in your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Maybe adjust the right leg so it's comfortable. Just hold it here. Maybe you hang out right here. Maybe this is how you want to be right now. Hold it. I'm going to take my fingers and just touch the ground as I pretend I'm picking up socks or a shoe. Then I'm going to pretend I'm putting on the sock or the shoe. Hands back to prayer center. Hang out here. Maybe take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Let those interlaced fingers work up the back wall. Open up your shoulders. Look down to your right toes or your knee. Finish up. Hands release. Back to prayer center. Hang out here because you can. Plant your left foot next to your right. Let's come on up to standing. Extend your fingers high to the sky. Baby back bend. You did it, right? You did it. Live that yoga off of the mat. Hands to prayer center. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Your spine is long. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Walk your hands forward. Come into a down dog. Pedal your feet. Still your feet. Tailbone, shoot it high to the sky. Press your hands hard into your mat. Shake your neck. Half pigeon. Ekapada, Rajika, Matasana. Lift your right leg up. Exhale. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Left leg goes long and straight on your mat. Work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. So think of bringing your legs into like the shape of a number 7. Left leg is long and straight, right leg is slightly bent. Use a block if you want to slip it under your right glutes. Press into your hands. Left leg is long. You put a towel under your hands if you want. All right, sometimes we come down to our elbows. Today we're gonna do it a little different. Press into your fingertips. Come on up here. Hold it right here. Maybe lift your right hand, kind of like, you're gonna high five the front of the room. Maybe lift your left hand, high five the front of the room. Maybe lift both hands, hold them up. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine, squeeze your elbows down. Hold it here in your half pigeon variation. Finish up, hands come down. Now, place your palms onto your mat. Remove the block to the other side. Tuck your back left toes under. Send your right leg back into a 3-legged down dog. Shake out the right hip. Shake it out. Move it however feels good, but just move it a lot. Right foot meets left on your mat. Little pedal to even things out. Kick your left leg high. Half pigeon on this side. Left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg slips down. Create a backward number 7. Bringing the left shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Bring your block underneath your left glutes. That'll keep your hips equal distant. Press into your hands. Gaze down your nose as you look forward. Maybe pop on up to your fingertips. Maybe lift one hand or the other or both. Elbows squeeze back and down. Breathe. Hold it. You got it. You're strong. Don't tell yourself anything other than that. You can do it. Yes, you can. Where the thoughts go, your mind goes. Stay there. Hold there. You got it. Breathe. All right. Energy flows where the mind goes. Hands come down. Tuck your back right toes. Send your left, remove the block. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Shake it out in your 3-legged down dog. All right. Feet come down. Down dog. Pedal. Shake the neck. Still the feet. Push into the arms. Hinge forward. High plank. Push the earth away. Lower all the way down to your belly. Whew. Hands under your collarbones. Cobra pose. Straighten your legs. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Elbows squeeze close to your ribs. Chin, nose down on the mat. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Bhujangasana. Lift up out of the shoulders. Gaze down your nose. Hands, little to no weight in them. Again, squeeze the elbows toward the spine. Squeeze the elbows back towards your feet. Little lift, higher. Finish. Hands come down. Arms go down by your sides. Turn your head. Left cheek, left ear on the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Chin back to center. Hands, knees, bend. Floor, bow. Dhanurasana. Reach your hands. Maybe you take your strap. Put the center of the strap underneath your ankles and pull on the strap with both hands. Maybe take your hands. Capture the outsides of both ankles. Wiggle your knees back together because they're going to come apart like they did in Dancer. Draw your heels toward your bottom. Head is at the center of your body. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, kick hard into your feet. Kick your feet hard into your hands. Lift up, balance on your pelvis. Hold here, floor bow, finish. Come on down, arms down, turn your head. Right cheek, right ear on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out, you got it. Chin back to center, hands underneath your collarbones. Press on up to a seal pose. Soften in your glutes, arms are straight. Now work your knees on up closer so you can bring your shoulders over your hips. Place a block at its high height between your ankles. Camel pose, Ustrasana. This is a hard one. This is a tough one. It's not for everybody. Maybe squeeze the block. Hands to your low back like you're going into pockets of your pants. Elbows towards your spine. Push your belly forward, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe you can take it so you look directly overhead. If you're doing that comfortably, maybe you can look to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of your room. Reach your fingers toward your block or towards your heels. Lift up through the chest, breathe, breathe, and then finish. Hands come back to your low back. And then bring your shoulders over your hips. That's camel pose. Remove the block. Come on down to your bottom. Come on down to your bottom. Bend your knees. Soles of your feet on your mat. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Find your eye shade and your towel. Bring them up top. Breathe. Slowly come to recline. Recline all the way down to your back. Bridge pose. Bend your knees. Soles of your feet on your mat. Arms down by your sides. Send your hips high. High, high, high to the sky. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Stay here in your bridge. Let's lift our right leg up. Draw your toes towards your shin and pulse your bridge up. Push hard into that left foot, pulsing the right leg up, up, up. And then when you're ready, are you ready? Let's finish. Right leg meets left. Readjust your bridge. Re-engage. Lift it up nice and high. Then send your left leg high. Toes to the shin, pulse the left foot up like you're stomping on the ceiling. Right leg is engaged. It is pushing that earth away. Little teeny pulses up, up, up. Let's finish. Bend the left knee, feet on the mat, hips go high. Breathe, and then finish. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Left leg long on your mat, toes drawn toward the left shin. Right leg lifts, hug the right knee in. Circle the ankle, both directions. Supine twist. You're in the supine, lying down. Here's the twist. Left hand grabs the right knee, roll over onto your left hip. Keep your right shoulder down. Tee out your right arm and look to the right. Breathe. Right hip comes back down. Hug the right knee in again. Circle the ankle both directions. Send the right leg long to meet the left. Drag the left heel up, up, up towards your bottom. Then lift the knee up. Interlace your fingers. Hug that knee in. Circle the ankle this way and that way. Right hand captures the left knee. Roll onto your right hip. Keep your left shoulder down. Tee out your left arm. Look to the left. Breathe. You got it. Left hip comes down. Left knee. Hug it in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Hug both knees in. Drag them up. Hug both knees in. Good and tight. Send both knees toward the armpits. Rock a little bit from side to side. And let's finish in a final Shavasana. All right, send your legs high up to the sky. Lower them down, nice and slowly. Together, you got a strong core. Yes, you do. You're getting stronger and stronger every day. Feet come down, heels spread. Eye shade, towel, final Shavasana. An important pose, don't run out. Cover your eyes with the towel or the eye shade. Be at peace. You deserve it. Wiggle your shoulders a little closer to your spine. Nestle them under your back. Palms face up. Breathe. Breathe. it out, let it go. You did a lot. Your body moved a lot. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften the area between your eyebrows. Soften your cheeks. Let your arms be heavy and your legs be heavy too. Soften your belly. You did lots of core stuff, so let your belly be soft as it relaxes into the ground. Unclench your jaws if your teeth are touching. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. With each exhale, imagine your shoulders melting more into the mat and further away from your ears. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you got your remote control handy, you can pause this video and enjoy your final Shavasana as long as you like. It's kind of a neat magical pose. The longer you stay in it, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, interesting things happen. Your body just really relaxes. It's a beautiful thing. Try not to think any thoughts and let it be. If it's time to conclude your practice, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Circle your wrists and your ankles. You got mobility there. Inhale, reach high overhead, stretch it out. Wiggle your shoulders, one hand higher than the other. Bend your knees, roll into a fetal position. Use your low arms. Bicep is a pillow. Eyes are closed. Breathe in, breathe out. Savor the moment. And then finish. Slowly rise on up to a comfortable seated position. Use your hands or don't use your hands, but just know what you're doing. Sit comfortably, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep shoulder softening breath out. Let it all go. Any residual tension is gone. Blink your eyes open. You did it. You did it. Whatever it is you did, you did. You did it. You did well. You may not be exactly where you want to be yet, but you're closer than you were when we started, than when we were an hour ago. The proof is in that stress number. Did you take a stress number in the beginning? What was it? And then what is it now? Make your yoga time a priority. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. So take care of yourselves. See you on your mats tomorrow, guys. Love you. Goodbye. Have fun today and be good. Bye. Hello, Piper. Hello, Bonnie. You spilled my water. That's okay. Life is good. Bye. It's not what you think you are that's holding you back. It's what you think you're not that's holding you back. Come on now, you can do your yoga. You know that because you've stuck around, you've done your yoga, you've been doing your yoga faithfully. Good for you. And I hope you're seeing the benefits. I know you're seeing the benefits. Tell your friends about those benefits. Have them join our yoga too. It is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. They can sign in, they can do the yoga live with us, which I think is the most fun, or they can watch it anytime throughout the day. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Come check it out. Come check out your yoga. Tell your friends to check us out and just have a good time. Be all that you can be. See you on your mats tomorrow.